location. Headshot. God damn. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Okay, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay, everyone, hello, and welcome to the weekend preview for Sunday, January 5th, 2014. That's right, it's the very first weekend preview of the year. So thank you for joining me, whether it's on Twitch TV or YouTube. I've got a week of a wide variety of content for you guys, some ongoing playthroughs, the final year-end series that a lot of people have been waiting for a while. So I think it's going to be a fun, interesting, jam-packed, variety-style week, all right? But there's some things we need to cover first of all. First of all, before we even get started, I do want to say this. If you have not seen it yet, I made a video yesterday, an extremely important video, and I uploaded it to DSP Gaming, not the King of Hate Vlogs, which I know is a little bit different. Usually my vlogs I put on the King of Hate Vlogs. In regards to 2014, I basically recap who I am as a gamer, what my philosophy is on YouTube and on Twitch TV, and I also outline what happened last year, explain some of the stuff that happened, and then basically talk about positively moving forward in 2014, changes that I'm instituting, some big changes coming, by the way, including new series, including the return of old series, including me moving out of this condo and finally having a different filming location. It's a bunch of stuff. You got to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's featured right now on DSP Gaming, so go check that out, all right? Now, one thing I need to say before we even get started with the weekend preview is this. I'm still having internet problems. I know, a lot of people are like, you gotta be kidding me, Phil. You've had internet problems all year for 2013. How could you still have them? The answer is, it's this simple. I've been saying this publicly. My ISP, Optimum Online, is inept at what they do when it comes to a problem that's not a standard problem, all right? 3 times this year, I've had techs come out to my condo unit to test my internet and figure out why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. They have no answers. They were supposed to have someone go into the basement of my condo and fix the equipment. I have no idea if they ever did because they don't follow up. They don't call the customer. They don't keep the customer in the know. I'm basically completely in the dark. And because my internet issues are intermittent, they don't care. Unless the internet isn't working right now, they won't care. So it doesn't work right now. I call them. Someone comes out. I can't figure it out. The internet starts working again. Oh, well, tough shit. We're never going to fix it. And that's been their attitude all year. Now, tomorrow, supposedly a supervisor from Optimum Online, my ISP, is supposed to call me. I have no idea if anything is going to come out of this call. It could be a complete waste of time. I have no idea. But I am really hoping that in 2014 I get out of here to somewhere where I can get better internet and I don't have to deal with these jokers anymore. Because at this point, for my business, I'm paying for a service that is not consistent, and that's not fair. Now, the good news is, it hasn't seemed to affect uploads, even though my upload speed is affected, and that's why my live streams are being affected, and they're choppy. And right now, you're watching this on Twitch TV, you may notice lag and frame rate drops, okay? Uploading of videos has not really been affected that much. So I'm able to upload videos to YouTube. It's the streaming that's really getting a negative effect from this problem. So I just want to preface everything saying I apologize for all of that. I know that, it's not anyone's fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It really is Optimum Online that's at fault here. And it is what it is. If we have to bear with it for the rest of the year, we bear with it until I get out of here and we go somewhere with better internet. But I'm supposed to talk to a supervisor tomorrow and we'll see what happens. So the reason I'm telling you this is because my whole schedule this week may be thrown off if I can't live stream. It may end up being that I'm recording, but those videos don't go up until later, but don't expect to see the live streams, all right? But that being said, let's assume, which is, I know, is stupid. You know what happens when you assume? It makes an ass of you and me. But let's assume that this week, for the most part, my internet works, all right? Here's what's going to happen. Earlier today, I played Blue Dragon. Unfortunately, 80% off stream because my internet could not stream properly, okay? And I have lots of videos of that. I uploaded 8 today. And earlier today, I also, I believe, uploaded 8 Dragon Age Origins videos. So those are live on DSP Gaming right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to be uploading more of those, all right? But let me explain how the schedule is going to work. Tonight, immediately following me doing this weekend preview, regardless of if I can stream it or not, I'm going to be playing more Dragon Age Origins. I'll probably attempt to stream it, but it may not be 100% great. You may see some lag spikes and stuff, okay? Monday, I'm splitting my day. I'm going back to how it was a couple weeks ago when I was working on my year-end videos, because Monday is the beginning of my Game of the Year awards. And people wait for this all year. What were the best games of the year? What will Phil pick? What are his reasons, etc.? They start tomorrow. So the way tomorrow's going to work is this. First half of tomorrow, which, by the way, may start early. The reason I say that, I mean, usually I've been streaming around 2:30 p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I've been starting. I actually, this past week, had some time off and adjusted my sleep schedule to wake up earlier. So today I woke up at 11 a.m. I was like, shit, I might as well start work early. And I did. I started at 1 p.m. So, if everything works out with that, I may be waking up earlier. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. And doing an earlier first stream, which I've decided Monday is going to be the return and possibly the conclusion of my NBA 2K14 campaign playthrough. And you might say to yourself, what does he mean by that? Well, first of all, really not that much is happening in the game anymore. It almost seems to me like the game, it was interesting for a while. I was trying to get traded. People were messing with me with hazing. There was all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But the past couple sessions I played, not a lot has happened, to the point where it's just raw NBA 2K14 gameplay. It's not exactly that exciting, okay? That's number one. Number two, I think people are getting tired of the game. Judging off of the viewership on my last stream that I did and the viewership on the last set of videos that I did, I think a lot of people are falling out of love and they're like, all right, it was cool to begin with, but it's not really going anywhere. It's too much of a simulation at this point. We're getting bored with it, all right? And number three, you know, I don't know how much time I want to sink into the game. I'm, 80-something parts into the playthrough. And I have to say to myself, you know, 80-something parts, and is there ever going to be an ending to it? I don't know, because it's really a full season that just goes and goes and goes. So I don't know where I want to draw the line, all right? So I'm going to probably be playing that first stream tomorrow, and that may be the final time I ever play it. So if you really like the game, you may want to do everything you can to attend the stream and or watch those videos when I upload them to YouTube this week, all right? Then the second half of tomorrow, there will not be any stream or gameplay. It's actually going to be me working on the Game of the Year awards. Now, I can't promise you anything because, as you know, I swear I'm like the most bootleg dude. My internet doesn't barely work. My video editor barely works. So if my video editor is having a good day, I may be able to get you like 4 parts out of the Game of the Year awards. If my video editor doesn't like me tomorrow and it crashes nonstop and it won't save and it won't process shit, I may barely get any videos out tomorrow. So it all depends on how my video editor is feeling. So I'll have to buy it a bouquet of flowers and a fucking, you know, box of chocolates, and hopefully it'll fucking work for me tomorrow. Okay? So those start tomorrow. So, what to expect on stream? It'll only be NBA 2K14. What to expect on YouTube? You'll probably see more Blue Dragon, because I got 9 more videos of that. You may see some NBA 2K14, but you will definitely see some Game of the Year Awards videos tomorrow night. To find out when those are going live, you're going to want to follow me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, because I'm going to have that information for you, okay? Tuesday, it's going to be the same deal. First half of the day, gameplay on stream if my internet works. Second half of the day, me working on Game of the Year awards. And what gameplay will it be? Well, it could be Dragon Age Origins or it could be Blue Dragon. It depends on what I feel like, and I'm going to let you know on Twitter yet again, okay? Wednesday, again, same deal. All right, don't worry. It's not going to be like this all week, but same deal on Wednesday. Whatever I didn't play between Blue Dragon and Dragon Age Origins on Tuesday, I'll be playing on Wednesday first stream, and then hopefully the second stream, or there won't be a second stream on Wednesday. Hopefully that time frame will be the end of the Game of the Year awards. So my goal is to give you a variety of gameplay all week, plus Game of the Year awards for 3 days until they're over around Wednesday. All right, so that's my rough time frame, Monday through Wednesday, Game of the Year awards till 2013. All right. In addition to that, on Wednesday, I'll be stopping my gameplay a little bit early. Usually I stop at around, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'll probably be stopping around 6-ish because Gamer J. Lee, who is a avid viewer, a fan of mine, who I actually met at SGC, Screwtack Gaming Convention, if you don't know what that is, last year, wants to do a brief interview with me. It's like 30 minutes, just wants to ask me some questions. I've agreed to do that on Skype. I'm not sure how he's going to present that, if it's going to be a video on his YouTube channel, but once I get that information for you guys, I'll let you know. But that's going to be me doing that on Wednesday, and then whenever he makes it live, I'll obviously spread the information so that you guys can listen if you want to, okay? Thursday is when we mix it up. On Thursday, Ask the King returns. That's right. So we're New Year, new refreshed attitude. Ask the King returns on Thursday. So I'm going to put a link in the description of this video for you to go ask your questions in the forum thread for Ask the King. And I really need you guys to head over there because I've been so busy with the year-end stuff. I haven't talked about Ask the King at all. I don't think I have barely any questions in the thread. I'm going to need a lot of questions, input to come in to do Ask the King. Now, that's going to be first stream on Thursday. Okay? First stream. Depending on how everything is going, if I'm able to stream it and film it and have no problems, there will be a second stream on Thursday, and it'll probably be more gameplay, all right? Whether it's Blue Dragon, Dragon Age, or whatever. Again, I'll let you know on Twitter. But it all goes dependent on how has my internet been working all week, all right? So based off of that is how we're going to judge what that's going to be. Now, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, is up in the air because it's actually dependent on John Rambo, who I'll check right now. I actually texted him earlier today, and I said, you know, how you doing? Are you going to be able to come by this week? If Rambo can come by this week, which I'm thinking he will be able to, he hasn't said anything to the contrary. That was our plan, is that in the new year, that's when he'd swing by. We'll be doing a new episode of Smart Guys, which will be a good one, because a lot of stuff is now happening in both WWE and TNA. And this was a big announcement from my announcement video last night. We will be continuing the Super Mario 3D World co-op playthrough. Despite the fact that Nintendo's being a complete bunch of fucking douchebags to people who are not managed partners on YouTube, this year, it's all about the games. It's not about the drama. It's not about this or that, the bullshit. I'm focusing on the games. The bottom line is this. I really like Super Mario 3D World. John and I were having a blast playing it. So regardless of all the nonsense, it returns this weekend if and when John can come for co-op. So that's going to be either Saturday or Sunday, okay? And then, obviously, Saturday or Friday or whatever day, the other day that I'm not doing that with Rambo, there'll be gameplay on stream like usual. Sunday, again, a week from today, we'll have a new weekend preview. Hopefully my internet will be working and we'll be back on schedule. Next week will be a little different because next week we finally have something new. It's not just me doing, downtime stuff. It'll actually be me doing a new game, even though it's really not a new game. But we'll talk about that next week as I mull it over in my head if I 100% want to do this or not, okay? But the bottom line is this. You're going to have NBA 2K14 gameplay, more Blue Dragon, more Dragon Age Origins, the Game of the Year awards, Ask the King, and the possible continuation of Super Mario 3D World and Smart Guys all this week. It's a pretty interesting week. I think it's a good way to start 2014. Although, admittedly, I would have loved to be playing a hot new game for you guys this week. There are none. And we already talked about this. 2014 has a very slow start this year. Unlike last year where all the game developers were rushing their games out in the first quarter because they knew that the next gen was coming, this year they've slowed it down to a crawl. And it looks like a lot of things are just going to be DLC releases and such. There's not going to be a lot of retail stuff coming out, full games coming out, and that's okay. We just need to be sure to find something to do in the meantime, which is what I'm trying to do. So, my apologies. I know some people, Phil's only playing role-playing games right now. Well, listen, I'm trying to do what I can. I'm working with what I have. I'm working with things that I want to play, with things that people have wanted to see me play for a long time. I'm trying to get this stuff done during the downtime because later this year, I know we're going to get slammed with next-gen releases and current-gen releases. Just like Dark Souls 2 and Titanfall and Watch Dogs and Infamous Second Son and Destiny and, just off the top of my head, those are 5 big blockbuster games that everyone's going to want to see this year. This year's going to be good. It's just going to have a slow start. So I thank you if you're one of the people who likes my content to the point that regardless of what I'm playing, you like to watch because you like my input and my personality and my commentary in addition to the gameplay. You're not just watching for the gameplay, but I fully understand there's a group of people that only watch for the new games. New games are coming. We just have to wait for them to come out, and then we'll check them out, okay? We got lots of stuff this month. We got, just this month, Dead Rising 3 DLC, possible Killer Instinct DLC, a possible new episode of The Wolf Among Us. We've got a new Dragon Ball game that I will be checking out. So there's a lot of stuff coming just in this month that I think you guys are going to enjoy. We need to get to it, though, all right? So that's pretty much it for the weekend preview. Not a long one this week. Not a lot going on. A lot of continuations. And the Game of the Year Awards is the biggest thing, in my opinion, this week. And, of course, Ask the King. Links in the description. Send your questions along. And, of course, remember, I also take Twitter, Facebook, and live stream chat questions, but the best way to get your question answered is to post up on my forums. Last but not least, I announced this yesterday in the big announcement video. The huge giveaway will begin in a week or two. I just need to work on buying my website, thekingofhate.com, so I own it. Once I do, I will set up the website for this contest. I'm giving away a PlayStation 4. More details, more details coming on that soon. If you want some preliminary details, check out the big announcement video from yesterday. There's a lot of details in that video about it, okay? Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been the Weekend Preview. I'll see you guys later for more gameplay. Peace out.